Hello everybody and welcome back to part 7 of Crash Bandicoot 4. It is about time, and it is about time that I got back to recording these videos because I took a longer break than intended thanks to a lot of tooth pain. I'm Cash Bandicoot and I'm ready to get back to this. So, just wondering how everyone's been. Hopefully people are still enjoying these videos, people are keeping up with my content. As I said, I try and get these videos out as much as I possibly can, but due to some unforeseen incidents, I haven't been able to upload as much as I wanted to these past couple of weeks. So I'm just glad to get back to doing what I love. Now, there's been a couple of basic texture updates, and that's Crash Bandicoot 4, just to kind of make sure that it's still working properly. They've also fixed the load times a little from the looks of things, so that's good. But without further ado, I'll stop waffling and let's just go. Once the game loads, of course. Gotta keep that game loading, you know. I will of course be doing the rest of the Resident Evil 3 Let's Play as well, and once I do have it, I will be starting a Watch Dogs Legion Let's Play, so please do feel free to keep watching my content and enjoying. Woohoo! Watch out for that. Those sneaky boxes. Always good to have an idea that they're there. Get them. Now, usually you can hop on the board, but I am just going to show people a little thing to be aware of. If you go this way, a bit like the old Crash 2 days, and then you hop over here, not only are there some boxes here that you can smash, but the yellow gem. Ooh. And of course you want to just make your way back, without dying, which, depending on your skills, can be a very hit or miss thing. Here we go. Now we get onto the wave board. Pick up the boxes down. I do want, just while I'm playing, I do want to put a little Q&A out there. What was your first Crash Bandicoot game? What's your favourite Crash Bandicoot game? Who's your favourite character? Feel free to leave that in the comments below. Feel free to just tell me in the comments below. I'd love to find out. Get the boxes. Must smash crates. Get those, get that. Get very careful one bit of check the boxes. Make my way back. Making my way downtown, walking fast, places on and hold out. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-do. Smash, smash, smashing the boxes, smashing. And there we go. Nobody wants that TNT dropped on their crate on their head. Hold on to the swing rack. Get that crate. Grab onto that rack, swing across. Smash those boxes, get the bones round, I am playing this on retro mode, so I do have lives, so you're probably going to see me die a lot in the later on levels. And I died. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's spawn in. Bugger that out of the way. Once more with feeling, everybody. So we jumble the man's round. We just keep moving, keep running, keep going. Yeah, I can't do that. Bugger. I'm going to reset that, because otherwise I'm not going to get that crate. Anyone who's played Crash Bandicoot knows it's important about getting those crates. You know how it is, gotta get all the boxes. Every last one. Right, so jump onto there. Ah, I missed the last one. No, I don't have enough time unless... No, I'm just going to have to redo that. The easiest way to be slammed down. If I try that. Let's get ready, create a jump, and watch out for that. Nope, get stuck on that. These are still some of the easier jumps. I'm just not going to bother with that bounce around today. Nope. Grab onto the rope and swing. As well as the Watch Dogs Legion Let's Play, I'll also be starting to do some Destiny 2 Let's Plays on my channel, so of course if that's something that interests you, then again, feel free to comment. Or of course if you have any games you would like to see played on the channel, then again, please feel free to say, like, you should play this game next, try this game next. I'm always happy to take advice. Ooh, that is sneaky, that is. That's death of the game. Get those boxes. That, get the Aquaku. Go. Get those boxes, jump on them. Get that one, get that one, get that one. It's so clever the way that they've implemented the much older kind of Crash gameplay with a newer theme. I genuinely think that they've gone back to what made the games good originally. Ooh, watch that. Like anyone who's played the older games knows what I'm talking about. Here it is, the big and spin, jump in your own time, mate. Box, 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 box. Timing right. Jump in the nitros. Jump them. Jump them. Oof. Just saved it. That would of course be the flashback tape. Get that off camera and then I've got it. So that's playing. Because I want to do the flashback tape for you guys at some point. And it's way too many crates for that to matter at this point. Bang the board. So I'm going for 100%, literally just going for general level completion at this point. Go to the left, go to the right. Ride that board all day. That line. That, another life crate, that, say hello to Fit Crash, whoop! That for the explodies, and probably missed a good ton of crates, but still, yeah, missed a fair few. Need that, in good time, actually. Made it without dying so many times and got the college gem, so that's what you want.
What time is it? Oh goodness, I ought to know. Crash! Coco! Come on, give old Capuna a kiss, eh? Don't look at me like I broke wind at a wedding. I'm time. I see everything. And I mean everything. There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Your very near future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life.
Yeah, just gonna stop you there before you tell us how we all died.
Well, if you'd rather not know about the giant mask-eating monster from beyond the stars, that is your choice.
There is a theory if she was actually messing with them when she says that. She's like, oh, there's a big mask-eating monster. Is there? Guess you just have to find out, won't you? Another loading screen. I mean, it's not nearly as bad loading screen time as what Cortex was, but it's still pretty bad. But overall, this game's really good. It's really well made. I love playing it. Another Dingodile level for them. Again, I might just do a whole series of all the different Dingodile and Torna levels as like its own separate video or its own separate series. It all depends on how well the main story does. I'm a bit behind on my recording schedule, so I actually need to get the rest of the game up and out before, because I need to finish this game. I need to finish Resident Evil 3 before Watch Dogs. Because ideally I do Watch Dogs and then I'll be able to do my Destiny series that I want to do. So with Destiny, I'm probably not going to be able to do all of it, because with the Red Wall being vaulted soon, I won't be able to get that done. Which is fine, but I just wish I could have recorded that on my channel. I think the only way I could do it is if I basically spent a whole day or two recording the entire game.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past, but all it did was give me more time to plan your doom. You'll find me up the mountain. Don't freeze on the way.
This causes the level from the
Well,
demo.
I'm sensing a real fraught history here. How many times have you beaten this clown anyway?
3.
Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
No hidden boxes. Time flow mask. So for those who are a bit confused about the new time flow power up, you basically press the trigger and then it will briefly slow down time for a short period of time and it takes a few seconds to recharge. This means you can do things like precision and quick platforming, or you can jump on nitro crates very briefly, which I'll show off later on. But of course there's going to be new crates, really can't much. That new pallet, so you've got to really be ready to use it. But then there will also be new enemies that require you to use it to slip past them. Oof, that was too close. Just want to make sure that goal yes, it did. Good. Platforming in this game is really tight. See, you're not actually immune when you're time slowing. So you still have to work on the positioning. All about where you are and when. There, jump there. And the other thing about this game I actually appreciate is that every time you die, it is genuinely your own fault. It's not one of those games where you die and then it's the game's fault for being broken. No, it's one of those games where if you die, it is your fault. You know, you died because you messed up, not because the game messed up. there's too many games out there where it's like it can screw you for no reason. But this game literally is designed to be nice and tight and precise. It's very well made in that sense. You know, it's very tight, very precise, which I like. I also like how they've made a couple of comfort things. People who might be newer to the game, like the little circle under to show where you're landing. Although I like that for the purists you can also turn it off. So if you're skilled enough at the game, you can turn all the handicaps off to make it easier. I don't like having all the handicaps on, but I do like having the little circle. I find that makes finding out where I'm going to land much easier, especially for some of the more precise jumps. Especially on later levels, but you'll see what I mean. Jump, 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 break. Basically just speed running this level at this point. Again, with the time crystals, there's the one thing I don't get. You could clear the level quicker than it takes to clear it with a perfect time relic. Which I know that sounds a little weird, but it's true. You can clear a level faster than it takes to get a platinum relic, just by speedrunning through the level. Anyone who's ever gone for the platinum relics in a Crash game knows what I'm talking about. Because you actually spend more time trying to get the relics and trying to break every crate than you do actually focusing on the core platforming of the game. If you just focus solely on the platforming, then the time it takes you to finish the level, you know, as long as you don't mess up like I did there, you know, would actually be a lot shorter than it takes to get it with the platinum relic. But then you might only get maybe a little sapphire relic. You know, one of the things about the Crash games that is very, I want to say clever, but at the same time kind of grief-inducing, is the fact that it takes longer to get the reward for clearing the level in its eyes quicker. The time relics are a very strange idea, and they were introduced back with Crash 3. Yeah, I know I'm not really grabbing crates at this point, like I said, I'm just trying to show off the different levels, show off the different jumps. I want to try and show off as much of the levels as possible in each video, because I need to clear as much of this game as I can. And get as much of it done in time for my Watch Dogs series. I didn't get that many crates that time. It's fine. Like I said, I keep having to say, but I'm not going for 100% with this game. I'm literally just going for playing it for fun on my channel. I do have a 100% playthrough on my other account, but this is more just for entertainment purposes, showing off the cutscenes, showing off the bosses, showing off all the different levels and what's in store for people who want to know. Besides, if I showed you how to 100% the level, you wouldn't do it yourselves. Half the fun of this game's working out where all the secret boxes and crates are. Why have me spoil the fun? Another day, another level. Stay frosty. It's good advice for this whole game, to be fair. Just stay focused. Try and work the best you can. I'm going to try and clear at least a dimension per episode now. So I could probably clear the frosty dimension in this episode, and I'll be able to clear the next dimension, and so on. Like I said, I want to try and pick up the pace with my Let's Play a bit. Might be a bit more challenging with the later on levels, because they're a bit more precise and a bit more challenging, but certainly with these levels it's not so bad. It's just how good this game looks, though. I mean, visually alone, Blizzard World has done a fantastic job. The game looks absolutely beautiful, and it runs a buttery smooth 60 frames, which works so well in the game's favour. Great. But yeah, that's all about precision, just getting it down. There, break that, jump there. Make it to the end, and time to grind. Yeah, so there's a lot of instances of cleverly using the platforming, but the real core of the game, which has always been the platforming, is as tight as it's ever been. I'd argue that this is the best Crash Bandicoot game that they've made, just because of the amount of creativity shown here. The amount of detail, the amount of creativity, the amount of ideas that they've come up with for this game has propelled it to being one of my favourites in a very long time. You get more than your money's worth with this game, and I can't recommend it enough to anyone who's a Crash Bandicoot fan. Even as someone who isn't a Crash Bandicoot fan, I would recommend this game, although I would recommend playing the Insane Trilogy first. That is probably the best way to play them now. Unless you're old school, in which case go to up your PlayStation and play them on there. Get that flashback tape. And that flashback tape is kind of a nice little reminder that I haven't actually died on this film. But alas, I am rambling. Nope, died. See what I mean? In this game, you don't die from random stuff. You literally will only die if you mess up. You gotta get your positioning just right with this game. Even the little things like the lighting in this game are just absolutely fantastic. Oh, took too long. But no, the lighting, the animation, you know, everything is just so creative, so well made. Even the music is a nice little mix of like that old and new feeling. It's new tracks, but with that same kind of old thing that we all know and love. Would I argue that it's as good as the Insane Trilogy? Yes, I would. I'd actually argue that it is better in quite a few ways, but that's just because of a lot of the quality of life improvements that they made for this game. You know, there are a lot of things about this game that make it arguably better, which is the jumping and the platforming. The point-to-point, moment-to-moment gameplay just feels really tight and really good. The idea of all the different unlockables and different ways to reward you for completion are really nice. In the very first Crash game, for example, all you had to do was collect all the gems and you got like a secret cutscene. But this game, you've got things like time relics, you've got skins to unlock, you've got challenges to complete, you've got relics to collect, you've got boxes to smash, gems to collect, and then you've got alternate versions of the levels as well, which put a nice little twist on them. There's repeating. You know, it's just all those quality of life changes that really make this game stand out and just make it so much fun to play. Like, the game just feels so good in your hands to play. Any new character, any new player to the series could pick it up. And okay, it's not as easy as the older ones, I will be honest. It is definitely not friendly to new people who've never played a Crash game before. But if you're coming in from the Insane Trilogy, it's a natural step up. It takes everything you learnt from the Insane Trilogy and really puts it to the testing moments. And that's what makes it feel just so good to play. It's so good for people who love these games. I will of course be doing a full video review of the game as well once I'm done with the Let's Play, but that will be its own separate died instantly. That will be its own separate video once I'm done playing through all of it. I'm honestly loving playing through it. I think that's partly why I've taken so long to do the next part of this game, just because of how much fun I've had playing this game. I've kept forgetting to record it. Let's do it again. I need to shut up and focus, because otherwise I'm going to keep getting electrocuted and we won't get anywhere with this Let's Play, will we? I just keep walking for... I know I'm ignoring so many traits, but that's because I've literally got my speedrunning brain on. That's another thing about this game that's so well done. You can play it in so many different ways. You can go for 100% completion, you can try and complete it as fast as possible. You can try clear each level as fast as possible. You can go with a much easier challenge, you can try and clear every level without dying, or you can go for the insanely perfect mode, where you clear the whole level without dying and collecting every box. I'm personally not going for that, I'm nowhere near that good at this game yet. But for the people who are going to go for that challenge, or have already done that challenge, then I say well done. Seriously, that's really impressive. I also have a question of how did you beat Cortex Castle without dying? You know, if so, what is your magic secret? We must know. Of course, I am recording post-Halloween. I sadly didn't get to do my Halloween live stream. I just was not alright. I was in a lot of pain and I was a bit emotional due to everything going on in the world at the minute. With everything going on in the world, I wasn't really in the mood to upload that day, which didn't really help. Been a tough couple of... It's been a long and tough year, and I'm honestly just looking forward to when it's over. I'm honestly just looking forward to when this year is over and just done with. I think a lot of people can agree with me on that one. They just want this year to be over with and just finished. Here's hoping 2020 becomes a bit of a better year. Of course, on time of recording, we've got the US election going on, so that might brighten up our 2020 a bit. That might brighten 2020 up a bit. You know, go on a positive note, hopefully get a certain person out of office. As a content creator, I don't really have to be neutral in my opinions. I'm allowed to say or voice my opinions on certain people. And to be perfectly honest, it's not really much of a secret that I don't like Donald Trump as a president or as a person for that matter. I think that what he has done, especially to people who I know in America, like I have friends in America, and the things he has done to people like them has been absolutely shocking. I'm hoping that once Biden gets in, he starts fixing things. But that's only if he does get in. We've got to see how the Supreme Court Justice ruling goes, because, yeah, Donald Trump owns the court and is using that to cheat the system effectively. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, this polar bear is so cute. Just look at him. I swear Polar gets cuter with every iteration. The little ears, the little fur, the big eyes. He's just so cute. Come on, Polar. Running, going. Yeah, good luck for anyone going to all the boxes in this level. Seriously, it's a bit of a pain. Bit of a nightmare to say the least. So if you're going for 100% completion, I salute you. Particularly with these levels. Quarter Swoop's classic blaster. I love that they've even kept the original voice down for it. I do kind of wish they brought back the original voice actor to play in though for as a part for like certain moments in the game, or just in general. That would have been a really nice little touch for people. Oh, splattered into a tree. Ah, I must have missed the checkpoint crate. All aboard the Polar Express. Oh, and immediately in the tree. I should really shut up and focus. And on the polar bear. Get running, get going. Yeah. If I remember right, this is the last level of this particular dimension. With the exception of the boss fight, but like I said, I'm getting ahead of myself. And people are just going to experience this game. And again, if you haven't picked up this game, I strongly recommend it. This game is so well made and it deserves all of the credit that it's getting. Even if you don't like Activision, it's worth picking up. Because I think the only thing about Activision that sucks this game is that it's got their publishing studio on, everything else is higher than Toys of War, to be honest, and they've smashed it out of the park with this game. There are a couple of concerns around this game that they're going to stuff full of microtransactions like they did with Crash and Racing, and I really hope that's not the case. Like, I hope they don't try and charge for the different skins to unlock, or they're going to be like, oh, just pay for 100% completion or pay for the different endings, because that would really ruin the vibe of the game. It would really ruin the progression as well. You know, why 100% of the game when you just pay to do it? Whee! And done. I love the music in these games. They're just so good and so iconic. Just trying to think what other games I could do for you guys on my channel. I mean, like I said, if there's any recommendations you can think of, feel free to put them down and I will do my best to play them for you. If you want to see me scared out my wits, then recommend a good horror game. If you want to see me have a laugh and a good time, recommend a good comedy game. I'm literally open to playing anything on my channel. unboxed, a lot of games I haven't played. There's a lot of games I love playing, so I'd love to do them on my channel. I want to do the original Insane Trilogy on my channel, that's for sure. Especially after playing through all Crash 4.
Crash Bandicoot. It's about time.
He said the thing!
This is going to be just like the old days. Except this time, everything will go according to my plan. I've made a few upgrades to my blimp. Rain of giant deadly missiles.
Run! Run! Who's this bit?
Punchbot Mark II, deploy! Fun fact, Punchbot Mark II is one better...
One down.
Ow! Punchbot Mark II is for punching you, not me!
He's for punching you! I love how they kept that classic
Let's
wimpiness
try
of Cortex.
this one.
He's not really a really intimidating villain. It's not how he's meant to be. He's meant to be that kind of goofy, silly villain. You know, you don't so much hate him or fear him. At times, you just kind of feel sorry for how pathetic he is. Ah, I got hit by that. Avoiding all of this. Avoiding all of this. Oh, close. Boss fights this game are really well done. Here we go, round 2 with Punchbot. Him.
Stop! All right, have it your way.
Subway. Cortex approves.
The anti-marsupial missile is my own design.
It's not Subway that
Do you like it?
It's your slogan.
What's that Bandicoot, Punchbot?
If you do know, then put in the comments. Be like, oh, it's this one, you fool.
Well, if you won't play fair, then neither will I.
Wait, you've been playing fair up until this point? I wouldn't call it that. I mean, shooting missiles at me, ladies, means if you're really playing fair.
Crush the Bandicoot, smash in its head.
That voice crack on Cortex. I love that remix of his theme
I
as well.
wonder
So
what
well
happens if I hit all the buttons at once.
done. Ooh, nearly.
Feel the wrath of Cortex.
Yeah, played the Wrath of Cortex, mate. There ain't really much to be concerned with. Here we go.
Not again. Blasted bandicoots! Must we keep going around and around like this? Tell me, Crash, is this all there is? Forever? No.
I knew you would be unable to handle this simplest of tasks.
Gloat all you want. I quit. If you need me, I'll be on a tropical island somewhere. Alone.
How fortunate. You see, I no longer have needs for our alliance. I found a new partner and a new plan.
You were scheming behind my back?
Of course. The Rift Generator has capabilities beyond your eager imagination. You were content to simply rule over space and time, but I'd rather start from scratch. Erase it all. Wipe the slate clean. I'm going to reset the timeline and rebuild it to my liking. I will become a god, which means you won't exist. And neither will those feather-brained masks or those meddling marsupials.
Wiped from existence by that pompous peacock? I'd like to see him try after I shove that tuning fork up his...
But not if we get to him first.
It appears we have a common enemy. Perhaps there's a way out of our endless cycle after all. Huh?
Oh, that hug that
Okay.
Crash is giving him, like, I miss my daddy. Aw, gets me every time. She's just cute. Here's one thing I do like, is that they've kept Crash so cute and fluffy like he's always been. Yeah, so that's that dimension for this episode. I think I'm going to be leaving it there. I hope you're enjoying so far. If it's your birthday today, then happy birthday. If you're enjoying my content, then feel free to like, comment, and just share. If you want to be informed when the next part is up, just hit the bell icon and you'll be fully aware. So, I've been Cash Nikita, thanks for watching, and here is Cortex falling off the timeline.